So what we're doing now is another unboxing and how-to, I guess. This is a window air conditioning unit. The reason why I don't just cut these off is if for some reason this didn't work properly, I can rebox it back the way it came to take it back. Just a simple lift off type. Okay. It has styrofoam on the inside, which holds your cord. Here are your side guards, your foam that you'll use putting it in. Now, when you put these in, you see some windows are made just for this size. You see the picture. This one is not the exact same size as our window, so we will be using these side guards. And there's some little tricks. Different people do it different ways. Our window pieces are metal. Pull that off there. Our window frames are metal. And being metal, I don't want to drill a bunch of holes into them. So you'll see this kit comes with it, which I'm going to end up having to tear the plastic just to. So it'll have a kit with these screws. What these screws are for, just to screw these into place right here. See this? You'll screw that to a window, and you'll screw also the other side to the window, and then also back here. You'll put a screw in down here and a screw in here. Some people will leave these on indefinitely. They'll never come off. The window will never, the air conditioner will never come out of the window. They sell covers that slide on these so that some people just never ever take the air conditioner out of their window. It'll stay in there forever. They'll cover it just like an outdoor unit, and you screw them into place. I tend not to do that simply because we're not, see here, we're not going to be leaving it in during the winter. But if you wanted to, you could, if you get one of those kits. The other thing you'll want to do is when your window comes up, see this looks like wood, but it's a metal frame. When your window comes up and your air conditioner goes in, so that you don't have to worry about somebody breaking in your house, you're going to want to measure it from here to here after it goes up, and you put a piece of wood, dowel rod, something. That way they can't pull your air conditioner out and just shove your window up and come through the window. You have that rod that will stop your window from going up. You see, it tells you which one's your left and which one's your right. So if you're looking at the unit, this says left, and then this says right on the front. So the next piece we're going to do is put this on, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to pull this out past the end of it, because this has to slide down in this unit like this. And sometimes they don't want to slide in very well. There's a guide back here, see that little guide? I'm trying to line that up, and there it went. Got it in. It's got to go down all four of them. Got to keep pressure on this as you're pulling it out. I got it through the first three. It doesn't want to go into the fourth one because it's nice if you got a second set of hands, because you got to try to push this while you're doing it, and I just got it in. And now that piece is ready. I can lift the air conditioning unit and slide it into place. So that one's in. The other thing is, when you do these and you put them in, even if you do use these screws, What I usually do, which is irrelevant, however you want to do it, because a lot of people don't do it. I put foam on the back side just to double up, make sure there's no air, and make sure there's no extra air getting in. It's just simple practice I've always done. You don't have to do it. In fact, I've noticed a lot of people don't do it. And also, if you're planning on leaving it full time and never taking it out of your window, like I said, it's possible, because they do sell the winterizing kits for it. If you plan on doing that, you might want to even build yourself a wood brace to go measure it out and go on the back side. The other thing you're going to want to do when you put your air conditioner in, before you ever buy your air conditioner, you know which window you're going to put it in, and you measure the window. Because there are different size air conditioners. You can actually find some that probably would fit perfectly, but they're going to be high BTUs for a bigger window. Smaller window, like this one, would actually fit probably really well above the kitchen sink or something, but we just don't want ours there because of the hazards of the electric being around the water. So the next thing we're going to do, we decided we're going to go ahead, because of where this unit's going to be and the fact that we're not going to use it that often, because we have the central air, we're going to leave it in, and we're going to get the cover. So I will be putting the screws in this, and I'll show you. I use a drill. Since it's wood frame, I'll put a drill the hole in it, then I'll put the screws in, and we'll be getting the cover and putting that on there. We don't have the cover today. I'm just going to show you how to install it using the... Okay, so what we just did, you're going to have a piece that comes with it. On ours, it looks like this. Just a short bracket that has a screw that's adjustable. That's so you can try to get this in there at a level, or just slightly off level, because a lot of them have a drain plug back here. What they do is the condensed water, the water goes through the evaporator, comes down through. The condensation from the hot air turns to water. It'll drip. It'll drip out of the back of this. This one is it's a built-in no drip thing. It'll come up here and just kind of lean over, drip over. So we don't have to worry about that. We just need a very slight angle. And also it comes, you can set it up for different heights. So I measure our window. Ours is going to set ours like this. That'll make it just barely leaning, and trying to center, because it'll same.
I've got this into place.
Here's what I was telling you about. This is what's holding your air conditioning in, these pieces. If you don't have these, your air conditioner can fall out pretty easy. And as you can see on ours, this, we were going to use these. I told you I was going to go ahead and use the screws, but there, locked it in place. I'm not going to be able to use the screws on the bottom because we have a big long thing. Some windows are not like that, but ours are. See, I got these lined up. This is in, this in. There's a gap here, and that's where you spread these out, and that's what your foam is for. I've never seen an air conditioner that didn't come with foam. Here's your foam. There are pieces in here that you can use for your foam and such. And actually, see here, that's to put different things on there. You can bolt your bottom piece in that I showed you, which I did not bolt mine in. I didn't want to. So I'm going to just drill a small hole here. I want to make sure before I do that I have this extended all the way. Okay? Through. Now I didn't drill a big hole because once the tip of the screw goes in, it will make the size hole that it needs. It's nice if you have a magnetic tip screwdriver, cordless screwdriver drill. And there you go. So it's snug, it's tight, that's what you want. Now the other thing I was telling you, it's nice if you can put the screw in down here, which since we decided to keep it in the window all the time, that would have been the best way to go. which I can always measure this and get a long screw and put that in through there. And you're going to also see right here, if you look down and see the light, that'll allow, just not a lot, but it'll allow air to go through, maybe even a bug. That is where you can put insulation. And that's also the reason why I put insulation on the outside, just to prevent anything like that. So this is tight. Once again, just a slight hole. Let's put this in. There you go. It's snug. You don't want to sit there and drill it and tear the whole thing up. It's just got to be snug. Some people think snug means so tight that it won't move. You don't have to have it that snug, that tight. So right here, what I'm going to do is we have double-sided tape. And I will put double-sided tape right here. And it's adhesive tape. It's a double-sided insulation tape. Since I can't put the screws in like I wanted to, I will put that in here. This is going to hold this. Then as I was telling you, you're going to measure from here to here. You're going to measure that gap. You get you a piece of wood, dowel rod, anything you want. That length, you'll wedge it here to here. That way, see, they can't just, well, I guess they could, but it wouldn't be easy. It'd make all kind of racket. Just rip your air conditioning through the back. And then try to slide the window up and go through, okay? With this connected, with these pieces, they would have to real hard try to rip it and try to tear your window. Then they're going to try to squeeze through this small crack because that dowel rod is holding it. Unless they was to rip it through, push it down, the rod fall out. But they would make so much noise, they would more than likely get caught. Because usually a thief wants to be quiet as they can. So as I said, this one is the waterless kind. It has a slight tip to it, not much. But we don't need a big tip because it does not create a lot of water. So the only thing I really have left to do here is I'll put my insulation here. And my insulation here. Which, if you see, they give you sticky-sided insulation, which will go down here. That'll go here or across here, whichever one you want. I'll put it here probably. And then I will take this thicker insulation. I will go outside. I will put it in from the back. Just slide it in from the back to hold it in place. And then you can do the same thing on the back side on the bottom. Which you don't have to watch me do that because I just explained it to you. But that's the basics of just putting it in. It's nice to have these covers. I've seen people lose the covers. You can still put these in without these covers. They do sell replacement covers also. But if you do, I highly recommend you cutting wood to fit in there. Some people use cardboard. The problem with cardboard is it gets wet and ruins. So, like I said, I will put my insulation on. I'm going to put this piece up here. Then I'll put this on the back side and also on the back side on the bottom. Then, it's up to you. I will have double-sided winterizing tape that I will use for this area here. But that's basics. Putting in an air conditioner. It shouldn't take more than maybe 5-10 minutes. But I've noticed a lot of people don't put them in correctly. They just have them hanging there. So we thought we'd just give a little quick friendly video to people see the correct way to put one in. Thanks for your time. Thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Unit is a commercial cool brand. It's 5,000 BTU air conditioner. We have a couple rooms that don't get as good an airflow as the rest, so we had to use that. You can see I've got it in. It's running while I finish putting the insulation around it. And it seems to be putting out quite a bit of cool air. Real cold. And the thing I like about this one is it's small. It says it will cost you $44 a year to use it. A year. So that's not a bad deal. It's a nice supplement to the central air because the central air takes a lot of power.